Hi everybody, welcome to Live After 5. Marie here. Just jumped on this evening to give you all a reminder because recently in the last few days I was out at a number of properties valuing them that are older properties, and it would transpire that some of them don't have maps done already. Some of them do have maps, but the maps are quite old. So a top tip for you before you go to market, this is especially important if you have an older property, a standalone property, maybe in a rural location, there may be a map done, but it's very old, or there may be no map done. Before you put your property in the market, you need to get an engineer out or somebody competent and check that the boundary is correct. And if you have a map, that the map relates to what's on the ground. Because we have come across issues in the past where, lo and behold, the owner does all this hard work, they stage their property, get it all cleaned up, and then a property sale agreed, and then there's a big hiccup in the middle of the sale where there's a big issue with the boundary, or the septic tank might be in the wrong place, and so on. So before you put your property in the market, really important to get a boundary check done, and can be done quite easily with an engineer, competent person that that would work in that area. The other thing to, I suppose, remember as well is, as agents, you should give your agent a copy of the map or give them access to it, because when we're out showing a house, if there's not a clear defined boundary, it can be hard to communicate to the prospective buyers exactly where the boundary is. So sometimes you may have a property whereby the end of the property nearly runs into another field. There's not a clear line, like a hedge, a fence, a wall, and so on. And maybe just that there's a lot of trees that are leading into another property. Really important that the boundary gets marked, even in a simple format with, like poles and some type of, rope even, just that it's marked correctly and that the maps are correct. So do get in touch with your engineer if you've any question marks about over your boundary, especially if it's an old property, especially if it's a rural property. It's worth getting all this checked out from the outset, because halfway through your sale, you do not want hassle with issues around boundaries and so on, and it delaying everything, and then buyers pulling out and you're back to square one. And then everybody thinks there's something wrong with the property and it can't be sold because it has to go back to market. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you find that useful. Have a great evening.